are limited. Enterprise Java Bean needs the distributed architecture, that is MVC model view controller. Not only MVC, it has another layer, that is entire architecture. There might be several databases are involved, huge number of clients are involved, huge number of processing server coding is involved, so on so. To develop such kind of applications, Java provides Java X package, advanced Java package, extended version of Java, that is Java to Enterprise Edition. Java to Enterprise Editions, which includes all the most of the packages classes, which supports for developing the distributed like kind of applications. So Enterprise Java Beans, or we call it as EJB, that EJB are categorized three types. The one, it is EJB, that is Entity Java Bean. The second, Message Driven Bean. The third, Session Bean. Today, we are going to learn how to develop or build a code for Session Bean, Enterprise Session Bean. Again, in the Enterprise Session Bean, there is again subdivided into three session bean, that is stateless session bean, stateful session bean, and singleton, singleton, stateless, and stateful. Among these three subcategories, we are going to discuss to how to build a stateless session bean Java code to handle the client request for enterprise-wide applications. Now, I request you to switch on to the uh, NetBean editor. Is NetBean is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, in the project window, right click, new project. As I told you, enterprise, to develop enterprise projects, we need a Java to Enterprise Edition package. In the list of categories, which is listed in the NetBeans, the fourth option is Java Enterprise Edition. This category supports to create a enterprise application. So you need to remember the symbols icon which use for the projects. Triangle is nothing but it's a main project, enterprise application. And wheat shaped like bean is a enterprise Java bean module. And the web based is web application module. Okay. Now select the categories in that Java EE enterprise. When you select that, corresponding description is appears here. By going through that, you are able to understand which model you are going to work on. Enterprise application. So first option, enterprise application. Then go on next. To provide the enterprise application, P11, program 11, or session B. Next, So before the existence till program 10, NetBeans is able to select the Apache as a default server. Now it is directly selecting Glassfish server. So Glassfish is suitable for enterprise applications. Okay, see, in the NetBeans we have both the servers, Apache as well as Glassfish. So far we used Apache. Now we are going to use Glassfish server. Okay, let it be as it is, the Java EE version, the default setting. Create EJB module, enterprise EJB module, that bean kind of file it is going to create here. Second one, it is going to create the web application module. Web application module it is going to create. If you needed the command line interface client related module, you can click this also. Otherwise you can leave as it is. You are supporting web application, you are supporting module the project which you are going to create, it won't support through command line interaction. So create the finish, click on finish. Click on finish. Now let us build an application. Let us build an application, calculator application. Let us build calculator application. See, observe P11 triangular, it is enterprise project. It has EJB, being like icon is used, and it has the web page like icon, that is globe symbol. So whenever you created that enterprise, it is able to create these three packages. Now let us design the calculator to find the calculated value. So design the calculator first. So go to the var P11 var, expand web pages, right click web page, new, create a HTML form, or if needed you can go with JSP also. Okay, either one you can select. Now give the name as calculator. Those who joined late, you enter your name in USN in the chat window. So give the form, HTML form is calculator. Finish. Now design the calculator. Now design the calculator. Design the calculator. Table border equal to, and specify 1. Table row table data enter enter n1 enter number 1 input type equal to number name equal to n1 name equal to n1 value equal to null close table data closed table data begins table data closed for number 1. So second number use same enter n2 number 2 n2 then in the third row here input type equal to submit here add here addition 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 then input type equal to submit subtraction basic calculator you can use in the body center heading 1 basic calculator basic calculator similarly subtraction addition subtraction then multiplication division division okay style equal to background color okay now see how it look like after designing the page how it look like make mummy let ಒಳಗಾಯ್ತಾ? Depending on your system processor, it will take little time. Is browser window visible? Is browser is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So based on your input on the call, if it is addition, addition will be called subtraction, subtraction will be called multiplication, division. Based on your request, it is going to call. Okay. Now come back. We need to add the form action here, right? We need to add the form action. Form form action equal to, this is calculator, right? You can give the name cal serlet, cal serlet method equal to post, method equal to post. Okay. Now go and create the serlet in the source package. What is the name of serlet? Cal serlet. Copy this to avoid the type errors. Source package, new. Go and select the serlet. Here paste the name which you given to call this serlet. Then next. See, observe here. So when you used Apache Tomcat, in my screen, that time this checkbox was not visible. Means by default it is going to add that web.xml. Now it is visible. This is very important. You need to select this option. You need to select this option to work your that corresponding servlet is going to call. Otherwise, if you are not configuring this one selection, for not found exception it will throw. Okay. Very important step. Add information to deployment descriptor. You check it the checkbox. Then finish. Finish. Okay. Next. Next step. Servlet is defined. Okay. Next step. Right click on P11 EJB. Right click on P11 EJB. That is bean kind of symbol. Right click on it. Then there are list of files types are available here, among which session bean, message driven bean, entity classes from database. These three we are going to work on now. If session bean is not visible in your system, okay, then go to the other option. Go to the other option. Go to the Java EE. Here, session bean option is available. You select that session bean. and click on next. Provide that session bean as new session bean, or let it be as it is, or add session bean, or cal session bean, calculator session bean. As I discussed in the beginning, session types are three: stateless, stateful, and singleton. So I'm going to show the demo on stateless. Then create interface. Since I am executing this enterprise application from the local host machine, I need to have a local interface. Suppose if you are executing this application through the some other machine which is far away from the current machine, then you need to define the remote. So as of now, I'm not going with remote because I'm not accessing the application through remote interface. So select the local interface, and it needs the package. It needs the package to differentiate between the interfaces. So give the package is my pack, my pack, and click on finish. I'm slowly going because it is interesting one, and if you miss a single step, you won't be able to execute. Okay, that's the reason I am slowly going. Now, as the comment suggested us that in the comment by read this, add business logic below, right click in editor and choose insert code, add business method. Okay. Now, when you create, when you click on finish, it is going to create two files. What you have created is single file. That is cal session bin.java file. In addition to that, it is going to create one more file called as interface file. That is cal session bin local interface. Getting? You created cal session bin. While creating that cal session bin, you have selected the interface. So corresponding interface, it is going to create it as another file called as bin local. So double click on that bin local, observe the code. Observe the code here. What code it is given? Interface code is given. Right? Template of that interface is given. What kind of annotation this one? @local. What type of annotation?
Override.
Override. Override or what? There are 7 annotations are there, among which one? Okay, clear. So go back, study and come back. Okay, later, not now. Now go on call session bean. Add the business. What are the business beans you need to define? What is your application? Calculator application, right? What are the business method for calculation? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay. Now right click. There is an option called as insert code. Insert code. Click on it. In that insert code, there is again another option called as add business method. Add business method. In this add business method, how many number of numbers you are passing for addition? 2 numbers, right? 2 numbers you are adding. So what is the name of business method? What is the name of business method? Add. 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 What is the return type? You want to do return value. What is return type? Float, double, integer, depending on the input value you are going to provide. If you want to specify the return type, it is void. Now you are creating two parameter. First parameter name is n1. The type of that parameter is integer or float. Add. Second parameter is n2. Why I chosen float? It support both integer as well as floating number. And it uses which interface? Local interface. Getting? Click on void. It won't return any value. Click on void. Click OK. So this business method is created. For this business method, there should be an interface here. Corresponding interface method is created here. Where you created business method? Inside your class. Where it is, because this class session bean implements what? Session bean local. So in the call session bean local, whenever you add the business method corresponding declaration, which will be with the interface. Okay. Then click on this, add override annotation. Add override annotation. So here declaration is there. You are overriding this method according to your business logic. Now, 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 out dot print ln print ln so instead of that, I'm returning the value. I want to return the value. So return value is float value return. When you change here, that corresponding changes should happen in the interface also. Corresponding changes should happen in the interface also. Okay. Now return n1 plus n2. Return n1 plus n2. So how many methods you need to create? 3 more methods. Addition is over. Now subtraction. Right click, insert code, add business method, subtraction, return type, float, first parameter n1, return type, parameter type, float, add n2, return type, float, click on OK. Float public, float subtraction method is in defined, corresponding interface it is added here. Corresponding interface is added. Now what you are going to return? n1 minus n2. n1 minus n2 and override the method. Addition over, subtraction over. Now multiplication. Insert code, repeat the steps. Add business method, multiplication, return type is float, add n1, float, add n2 float, click on OK. So what is the logic? N1 multiply n2, 1 multiply n2, add override, then you can look into your interface. The third is added. Oh, it is selected as final, huh? Okay, not a problem. Then you change to float itself. Final is not required. Okay. Then fourth method is insert code, add business method, division. Return value is float, add n1 float into parameter, again float. If any exception you need to define, you can define. Add okay, let it be. We'll go with this n1 and n2. So add override annotation. Corresponding interface method is added here for division. It will return n1 divided by n2. Okay, the business method is defined in the bean class file. Now this business method is going to be implementing in your servlet file, that is calservlet.java. calservlet.java. Now 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 right click, important step, notice this, right click, insert code, call enterprise bean, here you are calling the enterprise bean call as call session bean. What is the implementation of call session bean? It is local interface implementation. Click on OK. You are going to create the instance of that interface, call session bean interface. Now copy this. With the help of that interface, you are invoking the business method which you define. So float addition equal to interface instance dot. So whichever the methods you defined for the bean, it is pop up. It is going to be pop up. Add method n1 n2 n1 n2. So before that n1 n2 passing as a parameter to this, you need to collect the variables which pass from your HTML form. So for that, string n, oh 1 minute, float n1 equal to request dot get parameter of n1, request dot pass dot then float n2 equal to request dot get parameter of n2. Now type mismatch. So you need to pass it. Parse dot pass dot float dot parse float request dot get parameter of n1. Similarly, float dot parse float of request dot parameter of n2. Okay. Now select one more string choice. Choice equal to request dot get parameter of submit based on your submission of the form. If the form submission is add, corresponding addition should happen. If form submission is sub, corresponding things are happen. Okay. Here name I am going to use is submit. Submit. Based on this addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Submit. Now come to the servlet. Now select if choice dot equals the first condition what addition do this addition and push this output out dot println into the browser. Addition of n1 and n2 is addition. Okay. Similarly, else if choice dot equals second option is what subtraction subtraction float subtraction equal to call session bin dot here subtraction out dot println subtraction of n1 and n2 is subtraction. Able to follow? Else, if choice dot equals, the third option is multiplication. Multiplication. Then float multi equal to all session b instance dot mul out dot println multiplication of n1 and n2 is, or you can, instead of that n1 and n2, instead of that you can use addition of n1 plus n2 is, you can display like this. Plus multi else if choice dot equals division 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 float division equal to call session bin dot division out dot print ln equal to is expected. Oh, yeah, so it's not a method, it is expected. Out dot println division of plus n1 plus and plus n2 plus is division. Okay, this ends your coding. See, what you did is you created user form, client form, you created the enterprise bean and corresponding interfaces and the business method defined, and you created the controller servlet. Via the controller, you through with the interface of the bean, you are going to access the business methods. Okay, now run through your calculator.html run file. Is that been visible? Run file. Now enter the number. Go with addition. So addition of 4 and 5 is 9. Okay, then come back. Go with subtraction. Subtraction of 4 and 5 is -1. Then go with multiplication. 4 and 5 is 20. Then go with division. It's a 0.8. Now give the n2 is 0. Go with division. Division of 4 and 0 is infinity. Is it clear? Understood the program?
Yes, sir.
It's easy, right? Creating the client form and create the session bean. Corresponding interface that itself creates. Invoke those interface methods through your servlet. Then call the servlet through your HTML. It will work for fine. This is your session bean program. Any doubt in this?